everybody, it's Amy from Amy Jo Budgets, and so I am going to do a quick, I'm going to move this because actually I'm not going to do a cash stuffing this time. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to budget. So this is the budget by paycheck method, the book from the Budget Mom. It's kind of expensive, but I really do like it. But you don't have to spend this money that you're budgeting on something like this to budget with. So this is the actual what I'm going to be budgeting in my next video for February 17th. This is how I have it broken down. I'll show you what this means when I do that video, but this is a way that you can budget. If you want to buy this book, you can buy the printable ones where you download it and then you can just print every month, and you can print what pages you want, what pages you don't. It is a lot less expensive. You won't get the new things from each month in this. Like if this year she has the menu plan, if you buy it, you know, you won't get the updates, but it is a lot less expensive. You just have to print it, or you can use it on your iPad. Like you can download it on your iPad and use it. As much as I try to use the iPad, I'm still a paper and pencil kind of person. So, but I'll show you this in my next video. So this is what I've made up for my current budget. So this is just a regular notebook, piece of paper. I break my stuff down now into bills, automatics, cash envelopes, sinking funds, extra debt payments, and then extra savings. So these extra savings here are what I'm saving for right now, or what I would like to save how much I'd like to save every month for when we move. They have goals, but then I'll probably leave some of these in like a horse binder. I don't know how I'll do it later, but this is how I've broken it down for now. The way I used to budget, so I've used this. Let me show you something else. I'm gonna get out my planner. This is my Anna Classic. I actually have ordered the compact because this is a little big to take with me everywhere. I'm going to try the compact. I didn't get the Anna, I got the Vintage Aurora. So I'm gonna try that. It's supposed to come tomorrow. I'm gonna try that and see, like use it as a wallet and see how that works. These are some of the stuff that I have printed out for it. I do love the classic size. I'm gonna try this and see. So these are the things that I've made, excuse me, that I've made for I've made some cash envelopes. I made all these myself. I haven't punched them because the whole punch will be here tomorrow. I've made a couple of like just cute things that I could use as bookmarks, or I can punch holes in and I can laminate them. I've made a couple of dashboards. A couple of these are a little taller so that I could actually put tabs at the top if I wanted to use them. I have ordered some dashboards as well. They haven't gotten here yet, some clear ones. This is just vellum paper that I've cut out to the size. So these I'll put in my small little compact planner. This is what I wanted to show you. So I made these, let's see. Did I take these out already? Yes, I did. All right, I'll show you a blank one. So this is where the month will start. I haven't punched the holes. Like I said, my whole planner's not here yet. Let me zoom you in just a little because they are kind of small. There you go. So I've got income, budget, and actual. Because I'm a month ahead, I actually have my totals. I don't budget on what I think I'm going to make because I don't budget for that paycheck until I actually have the amount that I'm going to budget, that I'm going to be able to use. Because I've made these, I can change these categories and just print more whenever I want. So I've divided these up like I did that paper, where I've got my bills that I put in my bills binder, A lot of people say, you know, why do you do that? Why do you take stuff out and then put stuff back? Because I have noticed that if I don't take it out of the bank, it's too easy for me to spend and then just be like, oh, I can make it up my next paycheck. And then I'm going to get out of being a month ahead, and I don't want to do that. Automatics, these three things here automatically go to separate accounts. My streaming services are on my credit cards. So I'm trying to really build my credit, and I've really, really built it. I mean, like, it's improving a lot. I've gotten my credit over 100 points increased, the majority of the numbers. So what I've done, part of what I'm doing now is, like, I have Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Music, like small streaming services. Each one of them automatically gets charged to a credit card. That credit card then automatically gets paid several days before it's due. The account that I set up to do this with is the account of my Capital One 360, and that gets a certain amount of paycheck, you know, a certain amount of money comes out of my paycheck every time I get paid and goes into that account. So the entire credit card process of me building my credit is automatic. Comes out of my paycheck, goes into Capital One 360. Capital One 360 is used to pay my credit cards. My credit cards are automatically paid before they're due. The balance is paid before they're due, or, you know, right after they're due. A couple days before the due date, the balance is paid off, and I don't use them for anything else. And I keep it under 3%. I can do a video later on that, of how I've built my credit on my own if you want. But the eat out household spending are going to be my cash envelopes, which are going to be these envelopes here. And then I've got savings, and I did fill this in, the savings and the sinking fund. It doesn't really matter to me which goes where, because, I mean, I'm saving them cash anyway. It doesn't really matter. But I've separated these in case I want to keep them separate, or I could just make one total. And then I've got my Pat Cash breakdown. So you can make your own paper. You can make your own budgeting system that looks very similar to this. It just is breaking it down into the way that I want to do it. So this right here is very, it works. I mean, it'll work for me. So this is the one that I have filled out. I haven't, like, filled it out, the totals, but this is the one that I have, you know, all of them filled out on. I'm not actually going to use this one to budget this time, but then I put, like, expense trackers on here. I've made, so I've made 3 months worth of these, and I made 2 of these because I get paid twice a month for each month. And I've got the expense trackers, and I've got a couple other things that I've made, like my 52 weeks challenge that I can keep track of in my small Franklin Covey. I left the amounts saved blank because because every week you should put some money back, like $1, $2, $3, $4 as they go on up to $52. However, I am not doing it that way because I don't get paid every week. I get paid every other week. So I'm doing 2 at a time, and I'm putting $53. So it's like I'm putting number 1 and number 52, number 2 and 51. So it's always 53. I'm doing 1 from the front, 1 from the back every other week. So I'm doing 52 weeks. It's just going to take, you know, I'm doing it in 26 because I get paid every other week. I self-schedule at my job. So this is how I keep track of the days that I want to schedule myself for. So I made a couple of those for every 6 weeks. If you can hear my son, he's over here talking to me right now. I've also made a weight tracker because I'm trying to lose weight again, but I haven't printed those out. So anyway, this is another way you can budget. And it doesn't cost as much as buying one of these pre-made books, which again, I really, really like. But if you're on a tight budget, spending money on a budget book is not always a good thing. I mean, you could even save all year to buy that budget book. If that's the one you want, you can save a couple dollars every week, and then by the end of the year, you'll have it. So, Let me show you one more thing, how I used to do it. This is how I used to budget before I came into the budgeting community on YouTube. I'm going to do a really quick, I'm not going to put everything down. I'm just going to put a couple. So I would say these are my monthly. And so I would say on the first is, all right, let's put rent. On the second is electric. These are not my bills. And then third is phone. And these would be the dates they're due. Of course, this isn't mine. Electric or rent would be 500. Electric would be 200. Phone would be 100. Okay, let's just do that. So then I would get paid, say, twice a month. I'll go ahead and put the pay dates for this month. And I'll say I'm getting $1,000. Each one of those. So I would say, all right, so the rent is due on the 1st. So it should technically be on the 17th for next month. So that's what I would do. The second would be 200. And so I'd put electric, I'd put rent. And that way on the 17th, I was paying March's rent for the 1st. Now the phone wasn't due till the 3rd, so I could pay it here. But I would just break it down this way. I would do my monthly when they're due. Before it was due, if it was due on the 18th, it could come out of the 17th paycheck. But if it was due on the 15th, it needed to come out of this paycheck. So I would break these down into what paychecks, when they were due and what paycheck I got paid. This was before I was a month ahead. So if you're not a month ahead, you can do this. And it literally was a piece of paper. I wrote it every month. I knew when my dates were. I made sure that it came out of a paycheck before that date was due. And that's how I did it. And when I was done, I would just check them off. Done, paid. That's it. That's how I budgeted for many years. So it's totally doable. But now that I'm a month ahead and I'm using sinking funds and things that I didn't use before, this is how I'm breaking it down. Now, this is a goal. This is not what I do every time, because sometimes things need other money and sometimes things don't. And like Amazon, this time I was not budgeting anything for Amazon this week, but I just got an email that said Amazon is actually going up by $20. So between now and April 14th, when I thought Amazon was fully stuffed, I'm going to have to put another $20 because it's going up. So it went from 119 to 139. So I do have to add $20, but I'm not going to do it today. But this is how I'm breaking it down. This is my monthly goals. This is my estimated income. And this is where I want my money to go. And if I have, this is what I should have left over, and I can add more to something. I can add another sinking fund. I can do less eating out, less house spending, less whatever. Like, I could change things around. So, but this is how I budget. These are some suggestions for how you can budget. And it really can be that simple. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want. I would suggest starting out simple and then going from there and see what works for you and what doesn't. This paper and pen works better for me than digital. I like digital and I've tried to do it. I just can't keep up to it. So I like this, and I like when I get my planner and I use it as my wallet, I like having this with me. So that if I need to do something, I know where my money's going. Not that I'm going to use it to necessarily budget every month, because it is kind of small. So I may not use it, and I've already paid for the big one, so I might as well use it. But just to have it with me so that I know where my money's going. I don't know. I like to have everything with me. So, all right, I will see you guys later. This is how I budget. These are some suggestions. Comment below how you do it. Do you want to know how you get a month ahead? I can show you how I did it. Tax time is right now. That's a perfect time to stuff your sinking funds and to get your bills paid. Go ahead and pay your extra on a couple of bills and get those a month ahead. You don't have to do it on everything, but get a couple of things a month ahead. And it really makes me feel better when I'm a month ahead. I do get, because I get paid every other week, there are 2 months a year that I get paid 3 paychecks. March is actually going to be one of those. I never, when I was doing it this way, never felt like I had an extra paycheck, because I would always break it down into, you know, this one pays the bills from here to here. This one pays the bills from here to here. And say I'm not getting one on the 28th, but say I got a check on the 28th. This would pay the first 2 weeks of March bills. So I never ever felt like I got an extra check that had nothing to do. This way, because I'm a month ahead, I have an entire check in March that I have nothing to do with it. I'll tell you later what I'm going to do with it, because I have some exciting news, but I don't have anything that I have to do with it. So, okay, see you guys later. Bye.